New update just dropped. I wonder what skins they added for John Doe. I was originally gonna upload Cool Kid after, but then Noli dropped and added 1 million skins for every killer, but John Doe. The reason for that is John Doe, like Jason, is getting reworked. Not really his attacks, but his design. And it's because the modeler who made John Doe in this game left the dev team. So they're gonna redo a lot of his main designs. I'm gonna try to upload these once every week, but if it doesn't release once every week, then it's gonna be the week after. So once every 2 weeks. If I continue that schedule, then we should have every character done fairly fast, right? Oh, and also, thank you so much for the support in my last video. I really didn't think anyone would really watch that, but a lot of people did, and thank you so much for actually supporting me for that, and watching it, and commenting, and saying you like the content, or whatever. I even liked some of the hate comments. I really like this one specifically. Whoever wrote this one, please come back. If I get something wrong, or you can correct me, or you have a fun fact about a skin in this, then feel free to comment, please. It'll help a lot. I can heart it and do all that stuff, because if I get something wrong, then if people look in the comments, then they'll see what's right about it. Or if you have a fun fact, they can look in the comments and they can see your fun fact. It's really cool. I really liked when people did that for my Jason video, because then it's kind of like going through a wiki page, kinda. It's fun. This video is gonna be way shorter because John Doe just doesn't really have that many skins. Jason does. He has a lot, and I'm probably gonna have to redo that video anyways because they added some more. But John Doe really has kind of the least amount of skins compared to any killer as of recording this video. So this one's probably gonna be shorter. Yeah, make sure to like, subscribe, all that stuff. Hide the neighbor's body. Also, if you don't know who I am, I'm a taco of sunglasses. John Doe was a test account made in 2005. It was the second account ever created on Roblox, the first being Roblox, of course. It was made so the developers behind Roblox could test NPCs, dialogue, movement, really just anything you need a test account for. This account was also made alongside another test account, Jane Doe. The names John Doe and Jane Doe are often used when referring to anonymous or unknown people. Around 2017, John Doe became pretty popular in the horror scene. He was around before then, but he really boomed when YouTubers started making videos about him. Such bangers as, "John Doe is messaging me at 3 AM. Don't call John Doe at 3 AM. Before then, the scare would mostly be from people claiming someone hacked into John Doe's account and are exploiting it in other games. In February 2017, the rumors started to spread that John Doe and Jane Doe would hack Roblox on March 18th. It's where the phrase "don't play Roblox" on March 18th comes from. March 18th passed, nothing really happened, but John Doe did get that fresh fit though. Then he started taking Ozempic or something. I don't know why he's white now, it's probably fine. John Doe is probably the most famous Roblox related horror thing. People would talk about John Doe like he was King Von. You couldn't escape this thing, which is why in 2017, through 2018, a script was made by Sugary Saffron where you could become John Doe. This John Doe design is what heavily inspired John Doe in Forsaken. The arm, the eye, the trail, the full package. In Forsaken lore, a defunct code corrupted John Doe, making him forget his marriage. And yes, he is married to Jane Doe in this lore. And he started killing people. The black substance coating his body being from the corruption. For the sake of showing off versions of these attacks later, John Doe can place traps that slow survivors if they're stepped on. He also has an ability where he can see through walls, and an ability where he can place walls. Well, kinda. There's spikes that you can hit people with from a distance. The spikes stay there for kinda long though, and act as walls pretty much. John Doe also has a winning animation where he kills the player. Nothing really to reference there, it's just cool. John Doe hasn't really been used by Roblox in some time, unlike 1x. Let me check his account though, maybe they did change something. His drip? Where's his drip? We actually can't have shit! I think this is original. The wiki says this is based on Leatherface, but he really looks more like the Trapper from Dead by Daylight. That'd probably make more sense too. Either way, it doesn't really matter at all. I think this is original, but if you think it's from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, then, you know, that's cool. This skin also has a weird face. I thought I would point that out because I don't really got anything else to point out. Pedro.exe is probably the only actual scary Roblox media. The story this skin is based on may be a little too much for YouTube, but I'm just gonna risk it. If you're easily scared or you're a parent watching this with your kid for some reason, just skip to this part in the video, as this gets pretty intense. I'm sorry for showing that for so long. It's pretty distressing, I know. It's weird why the Forsaken devs would even include this, let alone reference the terrifying line Pedro.exe says in his opening animation. It's just wrong. Okay, jokes aside, this skin is really just based off this image. Okay, this one's kind of weird because this is the only skin that came out in the Noli update, so I didn't write a script for it. I'm just kind of like talking about it. I think I get the general gist though. 2017 was a pretty big year for Roblox. The most notable thing about the year is they changed the logo from this cool R to this block. But in 2017, there was a lot of role players. I remember specifically one that was like Roblox High School RP. And in that game, you can set descriptions for yourself or just change your name. And a lot of people would do like, Brian, cool, / half demon / poor / secretly rich / cool / tags. It would be kind of awesome. And the bio references that, not to mention this skin just referencing avatars in 2017 that would just look like this. I specifically remember this water and fire Adidas hoodie that people would wear. And they changed John Doe's corruption to be this ice effect that is with said hoodie. There's also some like accessories I could talk about with this skin. I could talk about a lot of them in other skins. The most notable thing for me is the corruption being based off the Frost Guard General Roblox package, which is just like some avatar you could buy at the time, which turned you into a cool Frost Soldier kind of person. It's pretty cool. Not much I can talk about this skin about. I'm sure maybe this is referencing someone's actual avatar back in the day. If you do know who this could be referencing, maybe it's some kind of dev who looked like this in 2017, then please comment it because that'd be very nice. Remember when I said John Doe's design was based off the script you could use in 2017 to become John Doe? Well, this skin is just fully his design from that script, making everything more blocky, as well as changing his trail to be more similar from the one from the script. If I'm saying script a lot and it's confusing, then just think of it as a command you could do in Roblox to hack the game and exploit. Most of the time scripts aren't for exploiting, but this one was. You could kill players, trap them, teleport, all while scaring every child you saw that day. This is the second sports themed skin we've seen, the first being Jason with his hockey skin. John Doe continued the theme, this time with football. I don't really want to explain football, just watch this video if you want to learn more about football, I guess. John Doe's helmet here is a super old Roblox hat created in 2008. You could buy it with 102 ticks, which was about 11 daily logins. Also, John Doe's team number is 44, which could be a reference to his ability Error 404, or it could mean John Doe is actually Dare Ogun Bowell, who played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers back in 2018. There are unlimited options. This one is a little weird. It's loosely based on an anime, specifically a YouTube video titled,
"What if Goku was born a demonic angel?"
So for this skin, just imagine this. What if John Doe was born a demonic angel? That's pretty much the theme for this skin. There's a lot of effort put into this despite it just being another theme skin. For example, this skin gives John Doe voice lines that parody anime tropes. Specifically, like what a weird English dub of an anime would be like.
"You're leaving quite the digital footprint! I see it. Error 404. I'm doing out!"
The skin also gives John a unique chase theme that both anime-esque skins use, as well as giving him a kill animation that his last two Milestone skins use. I say anime-esque skins is because there's a skin that 1X has called Betrayed, which is also kind of like this one. We'll get to that later. This skin originates from a horror ARG by divvydosetutorials 33. It's set in a Roblox game titled World Tower Defense, which is a tower defense game that's known for the amount of content in it. It also has moving towers, which is pretty cool. In World Tower Defense, your appearance changes to be pretty blank. You can add some cosmetics in-game though, as well as having the ability to change your face. All the faces seem to be in a hand-drawn MS Paint kind of style, one of them being the one that Geometry uses. Anyways, the story starts with Divvy doing tutorials, while forcing his friend Geometry Squared to be in his videos with him. Even doing this, which is... I don't really know what this is. Did he just like...
What are you not doing in my game? Dude, I'm gonna kill you for...
Anyways, Geometry disappears, and Divvy records with someone else. Eventually, Divvy finds his way into like a weird map that's pretty much all gray. A bulk of this ARG just involves Divvy going through this map, taking notes of landmarks, which most of the landmarks being related to trees or statues that look like trees, all of it being gray of course. Some scary stuff happens, but the real meat of the series comes in the 6th video of the ARG, where Geometry shows up again. Divvy clings onto them for a bit until Geometry becomes evil and red. I'm not going to go into specifics here, as I'm not a theorist, and I don't want to spoil things if you're planning on watching this. The Forsaken skin gives Geometry the spike hand that John Doe has, but instead of it being corrupt code, it's a tower that was placed in the 7th video of this ARG. This skin also has custom music, which was originally music for another skin that will be missed. Just want to mention, there's also a DV skin for 007 in 7 that was released alongside this skin. I don't really know if I'm saying DV right. Both this skin and the next skin are tied for the 2nd most expensive John Doe skin. And you could really tell why, due to how much love have been put into these. This is based off the main antagonist from Just Shapes and Beats, an action rhythm game where your little shape character has to stop the corruption that's spreading across the world. All of it being caused by the antagonist, who is also known as the boss. The name Annihilation is referencing the song that plays in the final battle with the boss. The skin was released alongside a Survivor skin for Elliot, which was based off another character from Just Shapes and Beats. There's even a custom song that plays when both the Annihilation skin and the Elliot skin are the last one standing. If you win as this skin, then the intro animation changes and replaces your avatar with the Elliot skin. Pretty much all the music for this character are remixes of songs in Just Shapes and Beats. And there's more music here than just the chase theme and last man standing theme. The traps that John Doe can place are replaced by beats, as well as his skin having a custom emote where he riffs a guitar. Which is a reference to the boss in this scene of Just Shapes and Beats. I recommend this game. I pretty much explained everything lore-wise, but you know, Just Shapes and Beats is a cool game. Also, the custom intro for Annihilation is based off this scene from the original game. I don't really know anything about the origin of this skin, and I know some people who will flame me if I even pronounce something wrong when explaining it, so I'm just gonna get someone who does know the origin of this skin to explain it for me. So yeah, whatever. Go my Spinellings.
Hello, Spinell Blueford here. Big spoilers for Kanto 5 for this skin. If you're even thinking about playing Limbus Company, spoilers. Gasharpoon is based around the main villain of Kanto 5, the Evil Defining, being Captain of the Pequod Ahab. A woman whose whole purpose of sailing the seas of U-Corp is to find the pallid whale and kill it. Well, for a brief summary of the setting, Project Moon's The City is an urban conglomerate having the size of a small country, divided up to 25 districts, each one ruled over by a wing. Basically, a mega corporation that rules over the area. One of the districts, that being the 21st, belongs to U-Corp, known for the Great Lake, a vast body of water divided into sections which have unwritten rules that need to be followed. Otherwise, whoever sails on those waters will meet their doom by the waves, or calamities, of the lake. Now onto the skin itself. The weapon that this skin wields is, well, Gasharpoon. In the game, it's an efflorescent ego, which is the manifestation of one's individuality into either weapons, armor, power, things like that. Ahab's ego represents how she views her crew as nothing more than stepping stones to reach her goals, as an extension of Ahab, and not as individuals helping to achieve a common goal. Different colored canisters are just that, the ego of 3 crew members being absorbed and turned into the ego of Ahab's. The little pallid bits from the ego come from what happened on their first voyage to hunt the whale, and the relationship she has with those creatures. The whales, in summary, are beings who rule over U-Corp, consuming and turning any human they spit out into mermaids, parasitized humans that terrorize other ships. The pallid whale specifically colors everything it eats into a thick white memory, not turning them into full-blown monsters, but still making them no longer human. Ahab and her crew, on their voyage to kill the whale, ended up being swallowed by it, surviving inside the whale. Although the pallid is still there, it's significantly slower due to Ahab's influence and other things that will take so much more time to explain, so I'll cut it short. Obsession and Curiosity, the Chase and Last Man Standing themes, respectively, both reference the song that plays when fighting Ahab in the game, that being Compass by Millie. Although this is not a theme for Ahab herself, it's for another important character, that being Ishmael. One of the crew that worked for Ahab swore to kill her, saying that she is the source of all evil in her life. You can see Ishmael in the end result screen getting impaled and Forsaken. If that name sounds familiar, it's because Forsaken directly quotes some of Ahab's lines of the canto.
I have declared these beasts evil, and that is my commandment, my religion, my belief, and my creed. How foolish! How foolish! The fault lies with you, Ishmael!
This isn't the most ideal summary, so I most likely forgot to mention some things, but that's about it. Glory to Project Moon.
This one is pretty interesting because it turns John Doe into you. When you buy the skin and play as it, it essentially just gives John Doe's corruption to whatever avatar you have on at the time. I've seen some pretty cool uses of this, like people playing as Jane Doe, or to pretend they got this skin back.
Oh, the glory days. Why have we grown apart?
It also changes the color of John Doe's effects to whatever color your avatar's torso is, as well as changing the text in the intro animation to say your username. This skin also has a custom chase theme that's a remix of The Great Strategy, a song that has been used a lot in old Roblox. The remix adds sounds from old Roblox into the theme as well. Apparently the icon is also a reference to something. I'm talking about this like little yourself guy. The wiki says he's used in games created by Shovelware Studios. Oh, also the skin makes the winning animation pretty cool, just you killing you. You could only get the skin during December. It really just gives John Doe a Santa outfit, as well as changing the red ones and zeros effect that he has into blue snowflakes. Not really much to say here. I mean, you probably know who Santa is. He's one of the main characters from GTA 5, Michael DeSanta. Pretty obvious, I don't really need to talk about this anymore. I will say though, the kill animation is kind of weird. John Doe stabs you with a bag, and I think that's pretty funny. This one is pretty interesting. This is kind of just like its own character, I guess. Appearance-wise, it's just an Easter bunny themed skin, which is why it was only available during Easter. Basically, Roblox used to do egg hunts every year where you had to go into specific Roblox games and collect eggs, which you could wear as hats once you collected them. In 2013, there was an egg called the Cataclysmic Egg, which spawned on a mountaintop in the hub. The egg would create shockwaves that destroyed other eggs in the hub, which only stopped once you collected it. The idea is this skin collected the Cataclysmic Egg, but the egg corrupted him and caused them to start killing people, which is why all of his attacks and his arm are colored this way, because the egg corrupted him. Poached also thinks he's still collecting eggs, unaware he's just killing people. I'm saying killing people a lot. John Doe's milestones are going to change soon, so I don't know if I will have to re-record this or not, but I'm recording this anyway. All of John Doe's current milestones just follow the same theme, just having John's corruption spread more and more each milestone. This one being the smallest amount of spread. It's honestly kind of hard to tell this one and the default John Doe apart. Milestone 2 just has the corruption spread even more, while also giving him a black crown. This is cool, as it references John Doe's appearance in the Robloxia Until Dawn, a Roblox game heavily inspired by Sonic.exe The Disaster. The game is kind of similar to Forsaken. It's an asymmetrical horror game where a group of survivors have to face off against one killer. It's pretty sick, and John Doe's appearance in that game is based off the same script that Forsaken used for their inspiration. I'm not going to talk about the Robloxia Until Dawn that much, as the crown is the only thing referencing it. Plus, I talk about the game a lot more when I get to this skin. Anyways, this is the closest thing we're getting to a reference in these milestones. Like all other Forsaken killers, the third milestone gives him a unique chase theme and a new kill animation. The new theme is just a remix of John Doe's default theme, but with electric guitar added to it. I actually really like it. It sounds better than the default. The kill animation has John Doe raise the survivor you're killing up into the air before ripping them in two. I can't really find any more reasons to talk about this skin. I mean you could probably tell the corruption spread even more. This is the final milestone for him, meaning his corruption fully spread. I mean, look at him. He's just a black block at this point. It does make his face red, which is pretty cool. I don't know, I like these milestones. I'm sure the remade ones will look cooler though. Okay, that one was like way shorter than my Jason one. I'm sorry about that. If I ever make a supercut video with like every killer skin ever, then I'll make sure to include new skins that they added. Hopefully then the video will be longer. Okay, first I want to thank the wiki. I took a lot of their graphics and a lot of the information from this video are taken from the wiki. Without the unofficial wiki, I wouldn't have been able to make this video, so I really thank them. Go to them and visit that website 1 million times. Make sure your ad block is off so they get revenue. I don't know. I also want to thank Spinell Bluford and Express Crow. They helped me a lot with this Limbus section. Spinell is also the person who voiced that segment. You can find him in this cave. I think he's in there. I last heard his voice irradiating from said cave, so if you go in there with a flashlight or a torch, I'm sure you could find him. And Express Crow, just look up Express Crow anywhere. You'll find him. He also has a Twitter. Here it is. And I want to thank Chair. He helped me with some gameplay parts in this. He said I don't have to link his socials if I don't want to, so I'm not because I'm evil as hell, but you'll probably find him somewhere in the comments. If he does comment, then I'll heart it so you can see. And then I want to thank Dexnox for the music again. He also helped me with recording some of these, which is why you could hear his voice during this part of this video. And then I want to thank StarClone. He helped me with some editing things here, and also you can hear his voice in this part of the video. Also, both those two people, Dexnox and StarClone, they helped me with gameplay for this video, and you can find our gameplay channel right here in the description. It's pretty cool. Here's a clip from it that'll make you want to watch over there.
Wait.
Go to this, go to this, go to this.
Oh shit!
No.
Pull me! Grab me! What am I grabbing on?
And then I want to thank Forsaken. You know, I didn't thank them last time for some reason, even though that's the whole reason I'm making this video. So thanks people there, even though maybe there's some dev drama going on, but like, you know, thank you anyways for making a game I like. And since you got past all the thank yous, thank you specifically for watching this. I'm surprised you stuck by this entire time, but if you did, why not like the video? That'd be kind of cool. So really, thank you. It means the world that you would actually watch this and indulge in this video. It means a lot. If it sounds like I don't like a skin, it probably means I don't, but if you like it, and that's great. It's all subjective anyways. There are some fandoms in this, especially in later videos, that I don't really want to talk about too much, not because they're bad, but just because they're really big and I'd have to explain them a lot, or I'd have to get into them a lot, and I just don't really have too much time to do that. So I get some people to write the scripts and voice for them that are way more into the fandom than I would ever be. So please support them. Okay, that's my video. Stay tuned for more, I guess. It's pretty cool.